Either you're still watching the AM show and here with the team from Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research, and they have an important week celebration coming up, and it's the Quality Week. It's a very important activity they embark on every February, and in studio with me is Professor Kwejo Asamoah-Kosi, is Associate Professor and Head of Department of Immunology at Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research, and also in studio is Dr. Suzanne Edu-Amankwa, Institutional Quality Manager at Noguchi Memorial Institute. Good morning and welcome. I mean, it's every now and then we keep hearing about Noguchi, and every now and then you are up to something. You're up to something. I mean, for the benefit of those who are not very familiar with what you do at Noguchi, can you just briefly share that with us, Prof?
Okay, thank you very much for the audience at the time. Noguchi Memorial Institute is a biomedical research facility. So what we do is to conduct research into infectious and non-infectious diseases. It is also a center for training. So we also do engage in a lot of training for students, for postgraduate students and undergrads, and also provide specialized training for disease diagnosis to the health system, both in Ghana and outside other parts of Africa. And then the third leg of our mandate is to conduct disease surveillance and monitoring, results of which go to support the efforts of the Ghana Health Service to manage diseases in country. So these are the three legs of what we do, but research is the primary and major focus of what we do at Noguchi.
And interestingly, we do appreciate that beyond research, you also have a strong commitment to ensuring quality. And because of that, you've decided to dedicate the month of February to emphasize on quality. Dr. Susan, talk to us about the Quality Week that's coming up,
Okay, so for us, quality is not an event. It's not just about the week. It's about a culture that we have. Noguchi has been in existence for more than 40 years, and we've always produced excellent work. We've always had a culture of quality, but it was not structured the way it is now. Okay. And so about in 2023, we decided that we wanted a more structured program that will lead us to accreditation, so that it's not just that we produce excellent work, but we also have the certificate to show. So we embarked on making sure that we had a centralized quality management system. Okay. And we started the Quality Week. The very first Quality Week, we talked about creating awareness. So it was think research, think Noguchi, think quality, and it was to create awareness. So we had quality champions who were championing it, making sure that everybody knew that whatever they were practicing, was going to go into a formal system. And so we did that. Then the following year, we said involvement. And you know that quality involves everybody. Yeah. So because every work that is done in Noguchi, quality is the basis, is the foundation. You must start from the very beginning, And so we talked about involvement, making sure that everybody from the gate to, the highest position. So we started off involving everybody. Then we were able to get accreditation in 2024. And we said, a culture of quality. How do we sustain it? Come now, 2026, we said, beyond accreditation, we have accreditation now. We're the first biomedical research facility in West Africa to have 15189 accreditation. So what do we do beyond accreditation in terms of continuous improvement? So for us, quality, like we said, the Quality Week is just a time for reflection, a time for celebration, and a time for us to say what are the next steps that we want to achieve in terms of quality, because quality is about improvement. It's about exceeding the customer's expectations, and that's what we want to do. So, this is what the Quality Week is about. Not just the event, but a time for reflection on our institutional journey in quality.
I mean, Prof, what's unique about, this year's Quality Week? You've done it, it's not the first time. Of course, you've seen that this year's theme is different. But beyond that, what's going to be unique about it?
Okay, so one of the unique things that is happening is we always have within that context competitions that would, bring people's minds back to it. One thing that we have at Noguchi, which sometimes could be termed as a challenge, is a very high turnover. We have lots of people coming in and going out. And so whenever new people come in, we have to sort of get them into that culture. Because that is one way that your quality system can crumble. If new people come in and they come and do things differently. So this year, there's an enhancement of some of the activities that we do to involve new people who will now, sort of have the culture embedded in them. Because once you lose sight of that, you're likely to have your quality management system suffer. So this year, there's a lot of involvement of all sectors of staff, and then to have everybody to actively participate in the program so that we can continue to enjoy.
Doc, I want us to talk about the opening ceremony, which is happening on the 23rd of February, and we've seen the lineup. Quite a number of people are going to be present there. But before we get into it, just briefly help our viewers appreciate your work in the area of quality in their day-to-day lives. Help us appreciate how it affects us. What you do at Noguchi, how can we relate to it, on the streets of Accra? So
if you went to the hospital and they said you need a specialized test, and that test can only be done in Noguchi. If you came to Noguchi and from the very moment that we picked your sample till we were able to analyze it, till we were able to give you the result, we'd have everything would be done within a system, a quality system, ensuring that there are checks and balances, and that from the very beginning till you receive a report, we would have used quality principles to give you that. So you can take that to the bank, if I should say that. Because we are a specialized institution, and people may come to us in everyday people may come to us at a certain end point because they would have tried other things. Then when you come to us, we expect that whatever you get there will give you a proper diagnosis so that you can be treated better. You understand? So for us, in those terms, that is what the ordinary person should know, that if I came for a COVID test and I said that the COVID test was positive, then there was a 99% chance that it is positive, and we wouldn't give you a false positive, or So that is for the ordinary.
That's profound. That's really profound. Let's talk about the opening. You want to? I thought you were prompting me. Wanted to ask.
So I just wanted to add the fact that we started, or we got our accreditation beginning 2024, but really beyond or before that. What we were doing was still standard. It's just for the purposes of assurance. It's just like a company going for ISO 9001 accreditation. It's to assure whoever is patronizing your service that, yes, you are following international standards and that what you are churning out is what it's supposed to be. So this accreditation gives us that international stamp, if you can put it that way.
Yeah, awesome. Let's talk about the opening ceremony now. I see that the Lands Minister is going to be present and a few other individuals.
So the Lands Minister is there by default because he's the acting Minister for Environment Science. Last year, may he so rest in peace, we had Honorable Mutala Mohammed who came, fantastic gentleman, and he came, and we have a relationship with the ministry in those terms that he was so interested in helping to promote the science extra. So of course this year, in honor of his memory, we said that we still have to invite the acting minister, to come and grace the occasion. But when you talked about what is different, what is different this time is that we have a speaker who, under normal circumstances, nobody would associate him with a biomedical facility, and this is Mr. Yawin Sakon, because of course he's a corporate leader, and he's been into more of commodities in terms of Unilever or those things. So you're wondering, how does he come into biomedical research? Because our previous speakers have been in the biomedical research, last year we had Prof. D'Souza, who's a parasitologist. Those kinds of people have been our keynote speakers. But with Mr. Yarin Sakun, we recognize that quality goes beyond our borders in terms of Noguchi. Everything we do affects people's lives. And of course, he being in that space will give us a certain insight and a certain view of what we do in terms of the larger world and everything. And so that is new for us to have him as a speaker. And we know that he would deliver something that it will make people look and say, we didn't recognize Noguchi in that light. You understand? And so that is what we want to do.
So it will be happening at the conference hall?
Yes.
On the 23rd of February?
Yes, that is coming Monday.
Coming Monday.
At 9 p.m. And Noguchi, we are known for our punctuality.
Right?
9 a.m., sorry. Yeah. So 9 dead, we will start.
Any final message to, is everybody invited? Anybody all can attend? Or is it strictly by invitation?
No, it's not by invitation, so anyone can pass through. And because we want that also not just to be for us, but for other institutions to also be able to do this, because that is where the world is going. We are going to a point where sometimes if you do not have these systems in place, you really suffer to get funding to do anything. So it's a culture that we want to embrace, or we have embraced, and we want others to learn from it. So indeed it is open. Of course, our conference room is not a limitless place to stay, but I think key people who are interested can come. And we are especially inviting the media to come and see.
Yeah, we'll definitely be there. Well, that's the team from Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research.
We want to say thank you to you.
Yeah, okay.
We want to say thank you to Joy News, to Mr. Kenansan for graciously allowing us to be here today. And we will be on Joy FM tomorrow, and we want to say thank you very much for this sponsorship.
Yeah, we're most grateful also for, and we're going to be there at the event on the 23rd of February at the conference hall, and of course you're also invited. Well, in studio has been Professor Kwejo Asamoah-Kosi. He is Associate Professor and Head of Department of Immunology at Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research, and also Dr. Suzanne Edu Amankwa, Institutional Quality Manager at Noguchi. Well, thank you so much for coming, and of course we look forward to the events come Monday. Well, stay with us. It's still AM show, and we'll be coming your way with more.